Hi folks, and welcome to your Gersnet Immediate Post-Match Reaction Pod, coming to you in association with Forest Precision Engineering. My name's Alec Anderson. I'm speaking to you outside the National Stadium in what feels like what a half-man, half-biscuit called National Shite Day. Michael Beale's unbeaten run as Rangers manager has come to an end in the worst possible place against the worst possible opposition. Surprise, surprise, we lost the League Cup final 2-1 to Celtic. Pretty garbage, folks. Just feel obliged to do a wee post-matcher because it's easy to do it when times are good or when the team are doing well. Today they did badly. I think we played probably anything approaching a proper Rangers performance for about half an hour. I'd say maybe about half an hour. And really that was all it took to open up Celtic and show the way possible to actually beat them, but also I think it starkly highlighted just how bad our finishing is, how bad our decision making is. We're a good half yard off it for the whole game today, I thought, and we were kind of getting away with it for large spells in the first half. Celtic themselves weren't particularly great in the penalty box for most of the first half. The pitch looked a bit heavy, and I was wondering if both teams were actually going to get kind of dragged into a bit of a dogfight. But as I say, we had one moments, we had a little spell where one just went past the post, got deflected just past the post just after the half hour. That led to like kind of 3 straight corners for Rangers. None of them went in. Celtic got down the park, they got a corner, and that was it really. They eventually kind of walked the ball into the back of the net. Just right at the end of the first half, they walked the ball into the back of our net. 10 minutes into the second half, Rangers immediately responded. I mean, we piled back into them after that. We'd kind of come out in the second half looking like we were kind of plastic demonstration. Like the body language was all very busy and very determined, but the material effect was no greater than anything we'd done in the first half. But then, when Celtic went 2-0 up, as always happens in these games, you've got to have some sort of response, and they did. They come back, and Alfredo Morelos eventually gets a goal for us. Alfie's completed a little set of scoring once at Parkhead, Hampden and Ibrox and Old Firm games, but it was to no avail. Like, I think the main thing today was we saw that Michael Beale, we saw the task he has, most starkly illustrated. The old Gio's Rangers, like the tired looking Rangers, the players that we think have been there for too long. I think we can today look at the fact that Michael Beale's been doing well to get a tune out of them. What frustrates me is how, sorry, this sounds like the most kind of bitter thing you could possibly say. Celtic aren't any great shakes. They're very well organised, don't get me wrong, they've got skillful players, they've got fast players, but they're sharp, they're disciplined, they're on it. We turn our back in the ball when Celtic are playing the ball out from the back. If we don't get a goal, and it goes out for a by kick, or Celtic, Joe Hart picks up the ball, we kind of turn our back in the ball, we're up kind of lackadaisically walking away. You're halfway up the park by the time our front players realise that Celtic are actually moving the ball again. The ball's got a wee ball boy organised behind the goal who fires the ball straight to Joe Hart as soon as we just put it out for a by kick. We things like that, we just don't seem to be up to it. And that's the annoying thing, it's basic sharpness. But really, the 2 goals we conceded were very skillful from a Celtic point of view, really embarrassing from our point of view, because they're just walking the ball into the back of the net, they're just passing right through us, and that's kind of unacceptable. I think the last the injury time there, the clock, because it's 4 minutes injury time, Rangers are going to kind of obviously have to throw everything at it, and we could hardly even muster a single attack. We could hardly get out of our own box, but we gave the ball to Celtic about 3 times and nearly walked it in for a 3rd and 4th goal. But it finished 2-1. It's a terrible day. It's a bad gene, and Michael Beale's going to go back to the drawing board, and there'll be a lot of I think it's tin hat time for Michael. He's probably going to get a bit of stick. There'll be a lot of Rangers fans will be blaming him. We'll look at the team selection. There was before the game we had we're wondering the 4 kind of key injuries. What we're worried about was Tillman, Ryan Jack, Kamar, Roof, and who else was at Lundstrom. So Lundstrom and Tillman played, Jack was on the bench and Roof was completely out, and you saw today some of the decision making from Fashion Sakala in particular, who's got the speeds, he's got the ability to get in behind, running onto the ball, but our ability to make a fucking shot on goal was just an ability to do that. The actual basic was really frustrating. we made a triple substitution just after we scored the goal. We brought on Raskin, and I think that you could see where Michael Beale hadn't put him on. It's obviously difficult for a guy coming on, an hour into an Old Firm game to try and pick up the pace of the game. But I doubt about why he wasn't playing at the beginning of the game. But I think he actually saw it when he came on. He did his best, but at times he was getting kind of overwhelmed by it. Cantwell, I think he did really well. He's putting himself about. But as I say, the main thing today was, we lost, and I don't mean this as a kind of to kind of take away from Celtic's victory. I mean it as a criticism of Rangers. We actually saw how easy it could be. Some of the chances that we missed, some of the chances we didn't take, were really quite embarrassing, really quite basic. So there's a lot of work still to be done. A bit back to the drawing board. For me, it's off to the pub to drown down my sorrows. And the three bravest men on earth are Colin Armstrong, Chris Jack and David Fraser. They'll be on your main pod tonight, 9:30, trying to put some old Kiwi tan polish on this particular stool. Sorry guys, it's been a terrible day, but you never know. We'll be back shortly. See you later guys, cheers.